Hi, my name's Brinsley Forde, actor, musician, singer. I'm known for The Double Deckers, which is a children's, well, basically it was a television series, one of the first television series in England. It was released in 1970. So for many people, I was the first young black person they saw on TV. I later went on to form the reggae band Aswad. So a lot of people have grown up knowing me throughout my time. Global music, it's whatever you're exposed to. You know, you just have to make a search on the internet, and if you like it, you can find more of it. So yes, I believe that we're all a part of that nowadays. You know, music is really the language of the world. So it doesn't matter. I've met people who speak Japanese and they will talk to you about a Bob Marley record and you believe this person speaks English. And after they've, spoken about what they know, you realize that we don't speak the same language, we can't understand each other. But music has brought people together. It's really the universal language. Because of technology, a lot of live music now may not be live. A lot of commercial programming, you can have the whole thing on a computer, and people will add maybe the vocals or they'll add whatever because you've got a programmed concert. Live music, when it's totally live, I think there's nothing better. Live music where someone exposes their soul and people receive that, it's just the best thing in the world. I know for me, to perform live, it's so nerve-wracking, it's nervous. When you get in there, you're so focused, am I going to get this right? And then for people to enjoy it and to love it, for me, it's the best thing ever. Live music, live on. If I can explain it simply, somehow you listen to old recordings or old songs and it's like, wow, it buzzes you. And I think the difference is that those old recordings are a moment of magic. Now you get 4 or 5 people or an orchestra of people that go into a studio and, okay, tape's running, red light, and they start to play. And it's like, no, all right, let's do one again. Someone says, oh, I made a mistake in that one. Let's go again. And then suddenly they'll go again and suddenly red light and suddenly there it is. That's the one. That's the one we use, okay? And every time you hear that moment of magic. With the modern day process, I should say, with the advent of computers, we program. So we do it and you go away and you go, oh, that was great. That felt really good. It's all nice. And then you go back and you go, oh, that was slightly out. And so you fix that. And then you go back to something else and you fix that. And in the end, you lose that human, how many mistakes have many kids sat in their bedroom and played thinking, right, that's how it should have gone. And you find the musician and he goes, gosh, I made a mistake in that one because I played the seventh instead of playing. But that's what makes it different. It's that everyone kind of finding that moment that all their heartbeats, all their energies, all their breath just go into one. The modern process kind of takes away from that and it becomes a little bit sterile in that. Yes, it's great because a lot of people can get into the studio and record where before you had to, it was like taking out a mortgage. Something that I probably 20 years ago would have said, oh no, things will never, we need those live performances. We need to sit and see people playing live because it means so much. I give thanks. I'm really fortunate to have been going in the music industry and acting, the entertainment. This is like my 51st or 52nd year. The thing that hits you over and over again is when someone says, oh my God, I love your music. And I remember either coming to see you and I went with my wife, or I love this music and I have a friend who suffered from whatever and your song was his song that he loved and we played at his funeral. it's like the backdrop of our life. You know, a lot of times the music that we think is our music, in reality, isn't our music. We've got to an age where we've started to look for something different. The music of our parents, you know, when you suddenly sit and you suddenly hear, I remember buying a Sam Cooke record, and I thought, wow, I've just discovered this most amazing singer. Listen to his voice. And I put it on, and first track, only 16, only 16, da da da. And each one of them, I found myself singing. And at that time, I didn't know Sam Cooke. And suddenly, when it got down to it, it's the music of my father. My father had all these, be it on a tape recorder or whatever. The music of our parents is actually the backdrop of our life. And when you go back and start listening, you go, oh my God, I remember this. Music forms a backdrop to our lives. And it's that thing that conjures up memories of happy times, sad times. A world without music? Unthinkable, isn't it?